Have you ever thought how one can from nothing build an empire? Well, that's what P Diddy did. He started with almost nothing, with only a dream, hustle, and loads of determination. And now he is one of the most powerful names in music, business, and popular culture. But what really happened along the way? How did he get there? Diddy didn't find things easy, far from it. He had lost his father at a very tender age, and life threw him multiple challenges. But that did not deter him. Instead, he used it as a reason to go further. At times, everything seemed against him, but somehow he remained atop. Now, let's dive into the real story of P. Diddy rising to success. We're going to speak of those key moments that can break everything, but instead of breaking, they turn into stepping stones to success. And his story is more than just a rags to riches, a story packed full with lessons to be applied to life. Well, if you ever wondered what it takes for a person to break through the noise, overcome setbacks, and turn the greatest struggle into their greatest strength, you're in the right place. Trust me, when you listen to this, you'll see how P. Diddy's journey could inspire you. Getting into what really happened with P. Diddy, let's get into that in the first part of this video. But before we do that, make sure you have subscribed to our channel. P. Diddy started from scratch, with not a single penny to his name, no connections, only an unstoppable will. Who knows him today as a music mogul and businessman? But the struggle and hustle behind all the fame and fortune have always been a different story. Sean John Combs, or as people preferred him to be known as, P. Diddy, was born in Harlem in 1969. And straight from the word go, life never gave him any break. Diddy's father, Melvin Combs, was murdered when P. Diddy was only 3 years old. Can you imagine losing your father that early? Imagine growing up on the rough streets of Harlem, where survival was a daily struggle. But more than this loss defined him, Diddy's mama, Janice, stepped up and taught him the most valuable lesson that never stops hustling. His mother worked several jobs to support the family, and Diddy would often say how her energy inspired him. Even when a kid, he always hustled. He started selling newspapers and even ran errands for some of his neighbors to make some little money. The grit was there from the beginning. It was Harlem that taught Diddy how to hustle, how to navigate tough environments, and never, ever give up. But he wasn't behind just money, it was making himself into something. Diddy looked further than the Harlem blocks. He knew that he had to work smart rather than work hard. And this attitude has helped him through the tough years ahead. I remember one of his quotes where he said, "My mother taught me to never give up and hustle hard for everything I wanted." And that's something which tells a lot about a man. Actually, Diddy's background is in business. He spent 2 years at Howard University studying business, but it did not end there. He didn't wait for opportunities to come to him, he made them. He organized parties in college, and once he drew the attention of Uptown Records with his energy and networking abilities, he received an internship there. This was his big break in the internship, but certainly not what you would anticipate. He worked day and night at Uptown Records for far beyond what anyone really demanded. He was ambitious, maybe too ambitious for some people's sensibilities. That is what finally landed him with the company's axe. You heard right. He was fired for being too ambitious, too driven. Can you imagine? Most would have heard that as a failure, but for Diddy, it was a turning point. Getting fired didn't defeat him. It made him more potent. He chose not to throw his toys, but proceed to form Bad Boy Records in 1993. And it didn't take long for the label to make some noise. He signed the Notorious B.I.G, and that deal redefined East Coast hip-hop. This wasn't merely a signature way of signing the big names, but rather, it was Diddy's relentless urge to create movement to shake the whole music industry, as it had never been shaken before. Think of it, being fired has to be one of the best things that have happened to him, as that is what made him create something greater than himself. And that is a huge lesson for all of us. The greatest opportunities lead from the biggest setbacks. One of his quotes at that time was, "Don't be afraid to close your eyes and dream, but then open your eyes and see the reality." Nothing was easy, however. In 1997, Diddy's closest friend, the Notorious B.I.G, was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting. It was not just a personal loss, it shook everything Diddy had made. Biggie was not just a star for Bad Boy Records, he was a brother to Diddy. His loss could have torn everything down, but Diddy channeled his pain into power. And instead of retreating, he created a tribute for Biggie in the song, "I'll Be Missing You." This became an anthem of loss and resilience, topping everywhere's charts. Well, this was the fall-down moment for Diddy. The whole world waited to see if he would just break down or rise up. He did. He used that agony to push him harder and to honor Biggie's legacy by building something better. There were further lawsuits, nightclub scandals, and countless other headlines that could have easily derailed him. What makes his story more empowering is the fact that Diddy was able to navigate through all of these tough times without losing direction. Finally, let's focus on Diddy the entrepreneur. He wasn't content with dominating music, he needed to create an empire. He stretched his brand into every possible genre: fashions, liquors, and media. In 1998, Diddy established his own clothing line, Sean John. And it wasn't just another celebrity label, because Sean John became a massive staple in streetwear and the ultimate sign of achievement and chic in hip-hop culture. He even won the CFDA Menswear Designer of the Year award. Diddy wasn't into mere clothing making, he was out to create trends and make some noise. He didn't stop there. Diddy ventured into the spirits world, partnering with Ciroc in 2007. His involvement with Ciroc never only helped sell vodka, but turned the brand into a multi-billion-dollar business. Diddy didn't just slap his name on a bottle, he became the face and strategist behind its success, turning Ciroc into a lifestyle brand. Then there's Revolt TV, his media network. Founded in 2013, he wanted to create a platform that speaks directly to young, urban audiences. He wanted control over the narrative himself, and saw Revolt as an enabling way of empowering Black culture, giving voice to the next generation of creators. Diddy's empire is not just making money, but creating opportunities. It is acquiring passions, skills, and scaling them up to multiple lanes. For being a real mogul and dominator of numerous avenues, Diddy says, "I'm a true hustler in every sense of the word. I don't just work in one industry, I want to dominate multiple spaces." At the heart of everything that Diddy has ever done and achieved is his mindset. He believes that success does not find you, you must pursue it. You must work towards earning it. He's often said that there's no elevator to the top, you have to take the stairs. Every setback, every challenge, those were just another step toward the top for him. Diddy has always been vocal about the power of belief. Believe in yourself when nobody else believes. He has said how, as a young man, he would always visualize himself succeeding every day. He would see himself on top of the game, and that is what made it become his reality. He would see himself on top of the game, and that is what made it become his reality. Here are some key lessons that Diddy has taught over the years. Love your struggles. Diddy never ran from the dark, he fed off them. Every failure, starting from his dad to Biggie, all of them propelled him forward towards success. Always roll the dice. Whether it was Bad Boy Records or foray into industries outside of music, Diddy was never afraid to take these big rolls of the dice. And those were the ones that paid off big time. And stay true to your vision from start to finish. Diddy kept his eyes on the big picture. He never let things go wild and out of hand. And he never dropped his bigger vision, even when the wheels were turning in sideways ways. And I will finish with one of his great quotes. Success doesn't just land in your lap. You have to earn it, and you earn it by grinding. So what's Diddy's legacy? It's not just the music, the fashion, the vodka, or the media empire. It is that he has given everyone a sense of empowerment. He's shown everybody, no matter where you're from, no matter how tough things get, you have a chance to get all the way to the top. He paved the way for a new crop of entrepreneurs, especially in the Black community, proving it's possible to break barriers, shatter ceilings, and redefine what success is. And now Diddy isn't done, even yet. Continue innovating, launching new ventures that inspire countless millions. His story is far from over, and that is what makes him not just a mogul, but a movement. So, what is the point of P. Diddy's fantastic trip? Never give up. That's it. Diddy's story is a reminder, irrespective of how big of a hand life might give you a beating, irrespective of how many doors slam in your face, there's always a way forward if you stay hungry and keep grinding. From the rough streets of Harlem to the heights of global greatness, this is what his journey portrays. Greatness is reserved for nobody. People are willing to put in the work, take their risks, and keep focused, and it will be there. So what's the next thing for you? How do you turn your setbacks into comebacks? It's no big deal if P. Diddy could pull it through. So can you? Stay inspired and stay driven, remembering that the grind never stops. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content that digs deep into the lives of the world's most inspiring figures. Thanks for watching.